Creation is a horrible and unexpected place. Listen at your own risk. Welcome to the Immaculate Chaos, an adventure of triumph, mistake, and heartache. Listen as beings unbound by the loom of fate struggle against unseen forces in a reality they barely understand. With intentions blinded by light and a path hidden in darkness, yet another step is taken towards uncertainty. Join battle once again, Anathema, as this story must yet be told.
Wait, is this Gundrade?
Yeah, she's a birch tree. She's a birch tree. She's making a joke about being a birch tree.
Well, it's funny to say that because I know
Birches, am I right?
a lady that loves birches.
Loves a lot of wood.
She likes wood.
I was gonna say, you wouldn't be the first woman made out of wood that he spent time with. Reference.
Thank you, I was thinking it.
Is Zalia next to me?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't even
And
look
she's
at her
giving you
demo
that
back
death
then.
stare like she
Yeah,
is in
don't
real
even-
life.
I
All
don't need-
4 of my eyes.
With all 30.
All 32.
Oh, 8.
27 locked right on him.
Especially that
21,
extra
straight.
For
one.
an anime, it would just be a black with like a million red eyes.
She gains an eye for every moment of perturbance.
I am just an eye.
She is a beholder.
Oh my god, a beholder scorpion? That's messed up.
Yep.
We also heard that the other town, I forget what.
Picnic and basket?
No, the one we came from.
Ahsoka.
Wood Nation.
Wood
Ahsoka.
Nation.
We also hear that Ahsoka has been sending troops here.
Oh, well, the Lotus Empire has been sending troops here.
Yeah, we're dealing with them at the moment.
Everyone's dealing with them at the moment.
Yeah, no, we're undoing them at the moment.
Well, that would be good. Good for business. Nothing but a thorn in our side.
Anything useful you can tell us about them?
I mean, they're assholes and they need to go. Does that help?
I like this person.
I mean,
I
you
bet
that
you
much.
do.
Oh.
Forever trouble.
I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with what's going on in the Blessed Isle of what's going on with the Lotus Empire, but I mean, none of the news is good.
What's going on in the Blessed Isle?
Well, the Blessed Isle is no longer the Blessed Isle. It's controlled by the Undead Navy. It's blockaded.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, the undead holiday whaties?
Skeletons. You know what skeletons are?
Yes.
Okay, when skeletons get up and walk, they're called undead.
No, I got that part. They can sail now?
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, they don't need to breathe, so they could technically just walk along the
Yeah,
bottom
sometimes
of
their
the
ship comes
sea.
straight out from underneath the water.
Well, that's frightening.
I want to say Rose called it a submarine.
Oh, that sounds like something I want to build later.
Either way,
You wanna build
they
it
came
on-
up out of the water and nothing's been able to get in and out of the Blessed Isle since. They're based out of Taya Sakura. Entire place has fallen. Shadowlands collapsed.
Why does
What?
it sound familiar? Why does Child Sakura sound familiar?
That's where I came from.
Oh.
Hometown. The Shadowlands?
Oh, hey, so it's an
That
undead
character,
land
do
now?
I know the Shadowlands?
Yes, Shadowlands were a big thing in Taya Sakura. There was a spot in Taya Sakura that was rumored to have been a place of a huge massacre. And because of the amount of souls that were sent in all at once, it folded in creation. So there's a spot in creation where you could, if you walk into it, you're in the Shadowlands. If you're there after dark, you're now trapped in the Shadowlands, and you gotta wait until sun rises again before the portal opens up and you can get back out into creation.
And she said it collapsed.
And it collapsed, so now all of Chaya Sakura is the Shadowlands.
Ooh. That doesn't seem like that's the way that.
You know that at one point in time in Shadow Sakura there were several pillars of salt and lines of solid salt that were in the ground that kept the Shadowlands so everyone knew where the borders were, and to keep it from expanding.
And the salt's been broken. It's not good. I feel like we're gonna have to deal with that.
Probably.
Why is everything happening at once?
Well, that happened a couple of years ago.
Great, the time bubble comes back to bite us again.
I mean, outside of that, things, like I said, none of the news is good.
Okay. What do you know about the Water Nation?
Water
Or
Nation.
the Water, yeah, is it Water Town or what?
Yeah, no, it was the Water Nation, Thousand Kingdom. You mean the archipelago out in the far west? Or are you talking that renamed place for the Lotus Empire?
Renamed from Lotus Empire.
Got you. From what I hear, it once was a huge trade hub in the north. The place to go. It's basically Nexus before Nexus.
Was the Water Nation town called Babar?
No, that was the Fire.
That was the other one?
That's the Fire Nation.
Babar, the fire elephant.
Yeah. Fire Elephant.
Bunish.
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 From B.
Bunish. And Kratun is the Air Nation.
Okay. Well,
Lots
we
of
gotta-
war fronts, but we do need to make and pick a direction.
No, we got to deal with Matsumoto first, because if we don't deal with Matsumoto first, then Kestea is getting wiped out, and we need Kestea because we need safe harbor. So,
This is also assuming that they don't expand from the Blessed Isle.
that's also too. That's a potential problem coming in from the left, like the.
Well, I mean, there's other Shadowlands. I haven't heard much from them, but the big one in Shadow Sakura, I understand that there's a big, huge foray from it. So it might just be one Death Knight.
That night? Oh, what?
You know how there's armies?
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
the one who leads an undead army is more or less a Death Knight. He gets his information and his orders from the Maw.
the what?
It's a
The
big,
Maw.
huge, hungry thing in the underworld. I've never seen it myself, but it sounds scary as hell. I like to stay where the sun shines.
Question: do you know what a Death Knight looks like?
No, just know the term.
Something tells me
If I had,
dark, brooding, and full of bullshit.
When you say that to Jack, he looks over at Ari.
No.
they have a stare off.
Dark, brooding, full of bullshit.
Hey,
Respectfully.
That's dragon shit to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So add that to the quest log.
Yeah, I don't know what else to ask. I don't know.
No, you're not the only one here. I'm kind of leaving it up to everyone else too.
In your perception of things going, which do you think is a bigger threat? The threat to the north or the Lotus Nation as a whole?
The Lotus Nation as a whole, or what?
Or the threat to the north?
What question?
The Blessed Isle threat.
That's in the middle.
Oh, is that in the middle? Sorry.
That's in the middle. I mean, they're both kind of important. I don't really care about the realm as a whole, though. So I would assume Lotus Empire, but that's primarily because they're upsetting my business.
And we're dealing with them anyway.
All right.
We're,
Well, that answers that question.
yeah. Okay. How long do you think it'll be before she gets back to us?
Does anyone else have any questions or want any information?
I'm honestly trying to think of like where to begin, I guess. Do you know if there's? You said that that there's more than one Shadowlands.
Yeah.
And that they're all possibly controlled by just one Death Knight.
No, that there's more than one Shadowlands and they haven't expanded, like this one.
Oh,
has.
they
So there's
haven't.
probably only one Death Knight behind it.
Okay.
Because otherwise they would all have expanded if it was like a general order.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't all expand, only this one. Nexus is the center of civilization at the moment, and they got a Shadowland.
Yeah, we've been there.
Wait, what? Is that where the library is? Is that a Shadowland? Oh, Jesus Christ.
What part of grotesque things holding library books had to give your blood to the door to get in, didn't you get?
You know, I didn't put that together.
Okay.
I didn't know what Shadowland was. Well, I did, but not like that.
In character, you kind of had a feeling, but out of character, you had no basis.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
I don't know. Where are the other Shadowlands located?
I've heard of some out in creation, south of here, and then there's a bunch of them out in the waters to the west. Pretty much anywhere where large amounts of violence and loss of life has occurred has a chance of becoming a Shadowland or devolving into one. Can't really say 100% what the deal is. All I know is there's something about creation, and if you mess with things too much and too quickly, it tends to break things.
Yeah, no, we're kind of in the business of fixing things that are broken in creation at the moment.
Oh, are we?
Fixing things, huh?
Sorry.
Why that?
I'm sorry.
I haven't sassed you all day. I get
In my
that one.
in my mind, I'm going through Angus and Rose going through some sort of like grotesque 1970s fucking porno where he's a plumber going, "Can you fix my plumbing?" "Oh yeah, I can fix your plumbing. Why don't you grab my gear wrench?" Like.
Also, as an out of character note, don't bang on the chair because I guarantee the mics are picking that up.
Mm-hmm.
Bump stuff, brother.
It's actually a huge thing when you
Oh,
video
Jesus.
people a lot. They're like, stop banging on the table. Yeah.
That's why I switched my chairs out and everything.
Yeah, you got no arms to bang on.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't think of.
Okay.
Because we
Ding.
already talked about the Forgotten Glade or whatever, and
Yeah,
that's
she
how
didn't
she
have
got
any
those
information.
scars. And okay.
So, anyways, ding.
hmm
Screen pops up. Oh, look at that! Such great timing.
You've got mail.
You got mail.
First time my computer runs on a Windows 95.
The scandalized look on the cats when you did that.
Anyone who didn't have dial-up is very confused now.
Looks like she had a full list of things she was trying to get done today, but something about it's important that you guys get back to whatever task you're on. So go ahead and head up.
Okay.
Honestly, anybody who didn't have dial-up probably is not old enough to be listening to this podcast.
Yeah, like that's ever stopped a 13-year-old before.
True.
Truth.
Hey, I marked this explicit. What happens after that? Not my problem.
Yep. The number of sites that I went to that are like, you can't enter unless you're over 18. Are you? Yes. Well, I was definitely not.
What's your birth year? Scroll down real quick and that one.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I was born in 1975.
But it still absolved the website of any liability.
This is all that matters.
So the
Yep.
Blood Dragon's name is Dahlia?
Yes.
Okay.
And she is the sister of Lily and Rose.
Yep.
So you guys go take the Sylph to basket. Right in front of you is the Elder Trap, and the energy thing is down. Standing in front of it is a half-dressed woman who is extremely tan with several scars on her body and wild green hair. Those of you who ran into this woman in Kesatea remember her.
Hey, nice fighting on the, what was the name of
The festival, the
Yeah.
the Festival of the Sun or whatever. Yeah,
Oh, I thought it was Festival of the Moon.
there's both.
During the day, it was for the sun. At night, it
Yeah.
was during the moon.
Nice fighting during the Festival of the Moon. Caught a couple of your ass whoopings.
Ass whipping.
Oh, she had them outright each time.
Would we know by looking at her if she's, lunar or fae or ent or something else?
She looks to be human,
Human? Okay.
just like all of the other girls. She almost looks exactly like Rose and Lily, except she's extremely tan. And she's wearing a loincloth and some sort of like animal hide that more or less just covers her nipples.
Okay.
My kind of style.
I think I found out who you can propose to there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I like my last name. I stole that fair and square. Hi.
Angus,
Yeah.
don't touch me.
It's nice to make your acquaintance. I
It's good to meet you all too.
must admit,
Come on in.
I was kind of expecting
A stuffed up broad with wearing a whole bunch of clothes that have half the sense they need.
no, more like, rawr, rawr, like an actual dragon.
I mean, she stomps her foot and she starts changing.
Yay!
She turns into a really black dragon that seems like it's coalesced blood.
Are you gonna try
I mean,
to-
I can help if
Probably.
is that.
I turn into my river dragon.
Rawr.
Oh my god.
I rawr at her and
I
wink.
literally look around the town or the area that we're in as it's going down, and I'm like, hey, we were worried about a little of bad weather, huh?
Truth. She slowly changes back.
I do too.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
It's a trick from the Lunars. They're good folk. About the only ones still guarding us from the monstrosities outside. Come on in.
Follow her in.
Doop, 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 doop. That's how I walk now.
Still a dragon?
No, I saw I changed back.
But when she walks not in Gamgan, she goes doot doot doot.
Okay.
Is it like SpongeBob's squeaky shoes?
It can be. So once you guys are in, you guys hear the whoosh of like air, but behind you, you see this energy field come back in. As soon as you guys are past the threshold, you guys see an absolutely gorgeous glade and sprawling estate inside an area that is way too small to hold everything that's in here.
Ooh, I love what you've done with the place.
No sexy time, he says.
I love what you've done with the place.
It's nice, but it's not my making.
Oh,
Nature turns me on.
Nature turns me on.
oh no.
We lost all of you.
I need something to hate fuck right now.
My ones, they're ready.
Moist.
Ew.
Blade to capture moist.
In some ways you really are just like our version of Bruce Campbell, but in other ways you're kind of our version of Ron Jeremy.
Hey.
You have
So-
no idea.
So it's not high, like it's the beginning of the day. It's just at that level of like nice and cool, not too warm, not too cold. Everything's in bloom. You can smell flowers and herbs and spices. You hear animal noises off in the distance.
11 herbs and spices?
11, and you do hear distant clucking.
Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking of that Family Guy episode. I'll say. Is that 11 herbs and spices? The guy reaches across and chops Foghorn Leghorn's head off.
Yes. The manor house itself is, think like modern English manor. Like you have a nice huge door with a like a walkway that kind of sprawls around a fountain into this really nice like 4-storied building.
Oh, like an early 20th century?
Yeah,
Gotcha.
not like ancient like
Castle.
yeah. Covered in glass,
Yeah,
what
it's-
have you.
In a state house.
Yes.
Yeah.
As she walks towards it, the door opens.
Mm-hmm.
She walks in.
Follow her.
Behind you guys, you see two formally dressed tree folk who close the door behind and offer to take your coats, and one of them grabs your boots, Ari, and scrapes the dirt off of your boots.
Not what I expected you to say with that hand motion. Grabs your boots.
Grabs your world's end. Like,
Oh my.
It's a shake weight.
Yeah, I keep my coat on and such, but I let them clean my boots, so I'm not tracking mud.
they try to clean everyone's feet, so you're not tracking mud everywhere.
Hmm.
Do they get in between my toes to be barefoot?
They actually grab a hot towel and they wash your feet for you.
Schmonze.
Service trees.
Once your feet are clean, Dahlia is standing off to one side, just bored and upset this is taking so long. I hate that they do this. I hate that they do this so much. Do you want
I
dining room
apologize.
or workshop?
Workshop, please.
Okay. Down.
Mm-hmm.
She walks over. As you guys walk through, can I get an intelligence and craft architect? Or just intelligence, if you don't have craft architect.
Will Destiny count as craft artifact?
No. No. You can, if you don't have craft architect, you can just roll intelligence. 3.
3 on 4.
Craft anything.
3. Got a lot of 3s.
Nada.
I doubled the dice because I'm really curious, and I got 12.
Okay. So those of you
I
with
fail.
I got nothing.
Like,
botch,
I fail.
you have never seen anything like this ever in your entire life. You're like, this is all fantastically new to me. Those of you who are better, something just seems very familiar about this place. Angus, you're almost certain that the same person who created this place created Kesetean Manor. The same structure, the same.
Oh, come on. I didn't
Where-
get bonuses to that roll.
No. Besides, you only rolled a 3, right?
No, I didn't roll any.
Oh.
I rolled 3 dice, but I got nothing. I got 0.
Yeah, so you get one automatic success. You still don't even know that it's similar, or that anything's the
Damn
same.
it.
Do you share this?
I feel like I've seen this architecture before.
Yep.
That's all that
I'll
you-
fill you in later.
But yeah, no, you same like inlay style, all of it. People when they tend to make things, they tend to do things in specific ways because it works. So someone will, when they floor a room, they'll floor it from one direction to the other because that's just how they usually do it. Or they'll start with a specific offset.
Yeah, they leave a fingerprint behind, essentially.
Yeah. And with 12, you see that fingerprint blatantly. You don't know who did it. You never bothered looking at who made the manor, but they're the same craftsmen. Although it,
Wouldn't have
What's
said
that?
on the deed, huh?
huh?
It wouldn't have said
Nope.
on the deed.
Nope. Not to mention, your deed's probably not the first one ever issued.
Mm.
However, that being said, this looks older
Okay.
than Kesetea.
Okay.
As you guys go through, there's a staircase that's hidden in a side closet. That's kind of like a pantry.
Mhm.
And the bottom comes up, and you guys walk down a stone staircase that goes into a gray stone basement.
This
Oh.
seems familiar,
Oh boy.
except it doesn't because my dice hate
Is
me.
everything made out of greystone?
Yep.
Oh, this must have taken forever to make.
I'm not sure. Again, I didn't make it.
Yeah, we got a house that's made by the same guy. Pretty sure. Like this architecture looks really familiar.
I never did figure out who made this. I just happened upon it.
Wait, you have a house?
Well, Ari's got a house. The manor.
Oh.
All greystone. Same
Oh.
dude built the same thing. This
Not,
one's older.
not to alarm anybody, but is there still something in the basement we should be worried about? Just
I was
like
gonna say,
the-
Do
your
you
basement
have a
doesn't.
sticky?
What's a sticky?
Your basement doesn't have black dissolve anything crap in it, does it?
No.
Yeah. That's kind of what I thought.
I just
Should I be?
sticky.
Should I be worried?
The manor that she owns with the built by the same person, also has a basement that only that one's underground, and it had a pool of dissolved
And
fucking everything.
I'm pretty sure that had to do with the person who owned the manor before me.
Dissolve all TM.
But
Make it
so I
sticky.
summoned an elemental now. And we named him Mickey Sticky, and he acts like the trees.
Gotcha.
He's our butler.
Very well. We're almost there. So she walks down a couple of hallways. You see a bunch of rooms off to different sides, but all the doors are closed.
Mm-hmm.
She walks into a large circular room, and there are a bunch of tree folk working at different desks. One of them runs over and Madam, the stealth, I think we may be able to finally do it with metal as well. I have a couple of ideas, and they go through a couple of technical specs onto how to actually possibly do this. And she says, well, test it. If it works out, send it over to you hit for production.
Ooh.
Stealth?
Yeah, it's a treatment that we came up with for leather. It makes it so that the leather doesn't actually make any noise.
Hey.
Nice.
Doing that to metal would be really handy.
It would. We've had a problem with the metal on the leather. For whatever reason, the treatment seems to make the leather or the metal twice as loud. So we can only do it on all leather. We'll figure it out.
I volunteer as tribute.
Your skin may not be enough.
I meant what I was wearing.
No, I should have got plenty of things to test it on.
We have
Uh-huh.
we have a worldwide organization that's always bringing in different leathers and different skins, and I got plenty of stuff.
All right. It's soft. It's like deer hide.
So she walks in. She checks a couple of different desks. Welcome to Eldar Trap. Yeah, it's my home. So you're all taking on the Lotus thing,
Yeah,
or
we're gonna wipe out Matsumoto because he's a bitch.
okay, what'd you need from me?
You heard
Information, if you have any. We were told that you may be able to help us figure out the Forgotten Glade as well as possibly some more information about Matsumoto. Kind of working our way clockwise here
Gotcha.
through the nations.
Counterclockwise, but yes.
Oh, sorry.
So what information do you need? Like I know a bit. I've been around a while.
Well, I've been in the glade and it moves around.
Well,
while
yeah,
you're in
it's a trap.
there. But is there? It's just a trap.
But yeah, it's a combination lock.
Yeah, we found a bunch of different. Yeah, we figured that out. All the 4-point combinations.
Yeah, as long as you know the combination, you go to different rooms.
Yeah. Do you know why it's there?
Well, originally it was put there by the hag as part of some larger working. She was trying to seal something away, something that scared her.
Okay, so we got that thing out. We're trying to undo.
What thing?
Splash.
Oh, he pops his head out. That would explain why I've recently started remembering you. But no, that wouldn't scare her.
Yeah, so, long story short, everything I've heard, the hag unmakes creation. Fates have been bound to stopping her and undoing her bullshit. So, if she did it, I want to break it.
Understood. I'm not sure you will be able to break it unless you find the treasure.
Do you know what the treasure is?
I have no idea, but it's fascinated adventure seekers throughout the centuries.
We found some guy who dressed funny like play cards, a spider with a door, a part spider, part person statue next to a door covered in golden spider webs. And when you open the door, there's a lot of real spider webs and what sounded like a giant fucking spider.
Wait. Are you telling me Puddin got stuck in there?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You guys got his
As a
name.
matter of fact, his person would very much like us to get him out.
Yeah, get him unstuck.
She's a bit clingy. Hibiscuses always are.
Very.
There's a cow man thing that eats things, right? It was a frog. The frog thing that ate a minotaur.
There's a frog that ate a minotaur.
Yes.
This is a
I
big
don't-
ass
I-
frog.
Did you miss that
I
part?
think I genuinely missed that
Yeah,
part.
you
I
must
know.
have
I remember
stayed-
the spider. I remember the card dude. I remember the little creature and then, like the orphan thing or whatever. But then like, I don't remember the frog eating cow thing.
Yep. Nope. It was a large, a minotaur was found,
Yeah.
completely decimated and devoured mostly, and away from it was bloody footprints
We're talking
that were
like,
that
the
were
King of the
amphibious.
Maze minotaur, right?
Yeah.
And then little froggy footprints.
Not little.
No,
Big
big old frog footprint.
Yeah.
Not little.
We actually escaped through his cave, the frog's cave.
Big
But
old toady toes.
Yeah, I'd be careful of that thing. It spits fire.
okay, out of character. You watched Farscape, didn't you?
I watched Farscape a lot, but I don't remember enough of it. Was there a frog that spit fire?
The guys that belch fire that melt their way through shit. You don't remember that part?
Oh no, he doesn't. He just spits fire.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was funny to put in an amphibian who doesn't swim in water to spit fire.
You're funny. And a bunch of sorceress workings that I was gonna ask her to look at.
Well, over the years, people have got trapped in there and tried to get out one way or another, or to shut it down, and no one's worked. Me myself, I don't do all that magic-y stuff. I prefer physical reactions. She pulls out a
Amen,
Dayclave
sister.
out of nowhere
Mhm.
that's 3 times the size of her and just puts it down. It looks like it's supposed to be something bigger is supposed to carry that, and she's just
Oh, I
Ooh,
learned about
that's
that
a.
kind of magic. It's called prison pocket magic.
I
Oh,
also
Jesus.
learned about that.
you have
kind of
all been
magic.
seeing Udarum. That man's not right.
No, he is not.
I disagree.
And also, ooh, I love your sword. I pull out my own.
Do I recognize it? Or does it?
No, you don't recognize it. But it's
How does my sword compare to hers?
it's tiny. Like her sword is, if her sword was like a normal, like we'll just say kitchen knife, yours is a toothpick.
Oh wow.
She just kind of pulls it out of nowhere. Poof. It barely fits in the room. It was on some sort of big robot thing. Rose likes those things, but it was throwing it around trying to cut our tree down, and I took it.
I'm like enthralled. I'm like
And
checking
I
it all
took it.
over, oohing and eyeing.
Okay. Mental note. Don't make you mad.
Do we have any reason to believe that what the hag sealed away we should also be afraid of?
I don't know. All I know is that it's apparently called the Treasure of Kazuhisa,
Yeah, you're gonna need to
Kazuhisa.
spell
and
that.
it is the reason that was chosen as a location.
I found that name.
How do you
You
spell
did.
that?
Where did I find it? I'm sorry.
Harlequin. The Harlequin told you that she's pretty sure that the hag buried the treasure of Kazuhisa here, with the trap being on top of it, so no one could get to it.
How do you spell it?
Kazuhisa. Kazuhisa.
Okay. And the Forgotten Glade is on top of it?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically put as like as a safe door, and then people just got lost in it over the years.
Screw going through it. Let's dig under. There's got to be a way to beat that then. Like,
Would that chakram that you found be the treasure?
I hope not, because he sold it for.
He did.
Seeds.
I know he did.
no,
Nuts.
there's no way that.
For beans.
I've tried for years to get rid of the place just out of boredom, but outside of the little rooms getting trapped in there, if something's not trapped in there, then there's no problem. I mean, if Puddin's in there, I mean, I don't know how he's gonna get out. He doesn't like moving to begin with. Well, he's a deity. They're lazy. They tend to just do what they want when they want to do it. So you'd have to make him move.
Oh, Jack, you just have to beat him at cards. That's the he gets his ass out of there, you beat him at cards. That's easy.
Wait,
Camlin already did it.
Wait.
You can clearly do it.
time out.
Well, I got pretty freaking lucky.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. He does that. He does bar stuff all the time.
Yeah, why? What? Hang on a minute. I'm all about getting putting out of the place because of the hibiscus plant that's complaining, and I get that. But why am I playing cards against this person?
People in bars play cards all the time.
Yes, for stakes.
You do stuff in bars.
What is?
You do stuff with bars all the time. You're good at that.
Do you tell him the stakes?
You should just be able to, like...
Yeah, I'll tell him the stakes.
We did explain this, actually.
Okay. So they explain that the stakes are that if they win, he'll answer 2 questions or make a portal for them. If he wins, he will take a part of them.
Oh,
Just
That
change
all.
the stakes and beat him. I mean, you're good with bar stuff. Like, you should be able to just beat him. That's what you do.
but here's the thing. So if he can portal out anytime he wants, how do we intend?
That you play the game, you up the stakes on him because you can up bets in poker, and then you just up the stakes, and then you just beat him, and then he comes with us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Why didn't you just chop up the Minotaur and grill it for him?
What? That has nothing to do with that. What?
The steaks.
That was good. That was good. You have been hanging out with Nagi too long.
For way too long.
I'm so proud of you.
That was so good. And I think what made that
She gave herself an aneurysm. She gave herself.
Bonus points.
Take that, Solar.
Can I confirm my solar for that? Okay, so I'll beat him in cards for high stakes, but what's in it for me?
Well, we have to get him out of there one way or another. I don't know. Whatever. We can figure out how to get him out later. That's. There's got to be a way to undo that glade. Because if she's hiding something, I mean. Actually, here's a question. Since you seem to know a lot about a lot, do you have any idea what this is? And he pulls out the ink vial.
I would assume that has to do with. How would you newborns say it? Religious writings, magical writings. I don't know. Back in my day, we called them Shida.
Sheeta.
Yeah, they're used to like keep things places.
Tapestries.
I mean, if you use it on a tapestry, then you're probably trying to keep something big out or in.
Wait, time out. Keep things in. Like, almost like you would have like a note or a piece of paper on like a seal. This is what you'd use to write the seal with?
Yeah.
Huh. You have sealing ink.
Oh boy.
And I think, I'm going on a leap of faith here, I would only know that based upon everything we've seen.
You actually have heard the phrase Shida before.
Okay.
There's several places in Nexus where there are traditional like realm type religious places where they'll use Shigamaru to tie a tree and then put a Shida on the tree as like a place to keep the dryad happy type thing.
Yeah.
The ink.
Yep.
Well,
It won't go in.
no.
Oh wait, no, because oh wait, yeah. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second because it won't go in. Give me 1 second.
Oh my god. What else has he picked up?
Right? What is the deal with that black
I'm
book
allowed
You
over
go
here?
to put it in your arm and you see a big huge image of a copper crossbow.
I pull a copper crossbow out and I put the ink in. Where did this come from? Splash!
He looks back at you.
Puts his hands up like, I don't know.
He's-
He motions us like I just take it and then I put it in.
What did you do?
I don't know where we got this.
Your
Anybody
tattoo's
want
a klepto.
Who's that belong to?
Can I get a perception awareness from everybody?
Is it sight based?
Yes.
Sorry. 4 and
I'm a
5. I think?
okay.
Yeah.
Five.
Oops.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay.
3.
5.
Jesus.
I was rolling 9 dice.
Okay, so I'm gonna rely on everybody to keep something out of character, but I'm gonna tell the table just so as it keeps happening, everyone's in the know. Those of you with 5 or better,
Yes.
watch as Splash secretly looks over at Gratham and goes, "I got you."
Oh.
That's awesome.
Have you been studying? Have you been studying?
I'm not paying attention.
You're such a bad man. That's right.
I saw an opportunity for a harmless prank and I took it.
Oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, no, Angus.
Do you know how much I was trying not to laugh when he brought up the talisman?
And he's like, "Oh my god, that's what it
Biting
is."
inside my lip.
And then you give him the
keep
perfect
him smiling.
excuse of, "Oh no, he's doing this because he's cute." And he's like, "Yeah, he's cute."
Why'd you have to bring it up now? We could have kept this going for a while.
We could have. But it's gonna keep happening, and
He doesn't want to have to keep trying to dodge me every time I ask him.
Yeah,
about
we
it.
wake up one day, Angus is just covered head to toe prison style in tattoos, and I was like,
No,
what happened?
I've got a capacity. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, who won?
That's why it came up, because another item got put in, and he was full. So he went to go put another thing in, there was already an item in the tattoo.
I will take the copper crossbow. In doing so, I will check my pockets very thoroughly to make sure nobody had any funny ideas.
Is it like it's just a cop cross with something special?
No,
right?
just copper cross, yeah.
Yeah.
I will name this. What should I name this crossbow?
The larceny.
The larceny.
The Larceny. This crossbow from now on will be known as the Larceny.
I
Why
don't,
not just larceny?
I don't remember where I picked it. I don't remember where I picked it up.
Capital.
You don't remember where you picked it up? Oh, great. So you're the klepto.
I'm gonna make this crossbow legendary just for its funny factor. The Larceny crossbow.
I got it from a magical kitsune.
I got it from a dude's flesh.
I stole it straight out of his forearm.
I didn't steal it. He gave it to me free, also for the story. He found a crossbow out of his arm and gave it to me. The Legend of
So-
Angus.
The Legend of
Okay.
Angus.
What else do we need for information from
The Legend of Deep Pockets.
Orc butt.
her? So you don't know how to destroy it. You're not even sure it can be done.
I've heard rumors about this treasure for going on a couple of millennia now.
But
Wow.
Okay.
Just from this one place or from her other magical workings?
Well, I mean, I don't really know of any other magical workings. I know that there's probably some out there, because why would she seal just that up? But
Well, we've run into at least one other one in the
well,
fire.
then there's got to be
Nation.
more than one out there. I would assume if you follow the 4 cardinal directions, as far as that goes, you'll find the other 2, because that's how that magic crap works.
We're just not sure if the. Wait, does she know about the kitsune?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just introduced her as Splash, right?
Yeah.
So we found 2 kitsunes so far, but I'm not sure if those are the treasure or not.
I would
But they
think
were
so.
sealed inside.
I mean, if they were sealed inside, then I would hazard a guess that they're probably some part of the larger whole. And if it's out, then it's no longer serving its purpose. So you broke whatever it was doing.
Also, as a side note, just for me, how did you acquire your blood dragon form? Did you find one?
Well, yes and no. So there's this really funny thing, and Luna doesn't like me for discovering it. So if
Oh.
you don't want to anger her, maybe not do it. But there's nothing stopping you from secret hunting the monstrosities outside of creation.
How does one get to outside of creation?
You walk out there or find a wild gate.
Or talk to 8.
Who's
Or
There's a fae that lives in the forest outside of town.
What's
Of
a
the other
fae?
town.
Ooh.
The guy with the glass eyes.
oh, I like him. He transforms into a squirrel. Really pisses off Angus.
I wonder if he would be interested in a game of hunting.
Did you hunt the blood
Yeah.
dragon?
Might.
What was that, Ari?
Did you hunt the blood dragon, or did you merely observe it?
What's the point of hunting something if you don't make it bleed?
I mean, that's a good question, but
Well, she just marries the thing she hunts.
She bangs him.
one time.
Copulates with him.
One
Well,
Only
time.
been one time. You said you were going on a hunt. You came back with a husband.
It's a type of
He's
hunt.
not wrong.
I mean,
He's not wrong.
It's a type of hunt.
I mean, if we're being particular, I mean, Rose kind of did the same thing.
Did Rose get back with a husband?
Rose has a husband.
She winks at the rest of you and just goes at Angus. Just nods her head at Angus.
Yeah, but she came home with a man.
No, she came home with a dragon.
may I study your blood dragon form to learn more?
I mean, I don't mind a fight, but if we're talking to the death, I don't like your chances.
No, I'm not asking to the death.
Well, I'm not a real blood dragon.
No, but out of character, would I know if I could gain that form from studying her or not?
No.
No.
You can't
Okay.
get a form by studying out the lunars. You need to actually go study the actual creature.
The animal. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
All right.
I can tell
Never
you,
mind,
I found this nest that I destroyed out west.
Out west. Very well. Thank you.
The creatures in wild, while they don't like creation, they tend to still stick to the makeup of creation. So you tend to find wood tending fae out this direction, while you go the opposite, you'll find water tending fae.
Interesting.
Very well.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what to ask you at this point. I mean, anything else about that town we should know about if we're going to be sorting Matsumoto out of it?
I mean, that bitch, Lady of Despair, killed my underling and buried him in a tree.
Where is
Oh,
she?
She probably didn't kill him. She probably turned him into the tree. We took down an apple glade. She had a bunch of people imprisoned in making apples.
That sounds about right for her
So
MO.
we might be able to get your underling back.
Well, if you can
The
put
last-
Lord Venro back up on the throne, that would help out Wood Nation. They're not doing nothing but causing trouble.
Did we ever meet Venro?
No, he's the guy in the tree.
Oh.
That's the assumption that's being made, is that
Gotcha.
he's
that
in the
is
tree.
assumption that's being made.
What's his name? Lord.
Lord Venro.
Okay.
You guys have also got the information that the tree is being fed by the Forgotten Glade. So you would need to get rid of the Forgotten Glade to bring the tree to unpower the tree.
I expressed that back to her, which is one of the reasons I'm trying to get rid of the glade. Okay.
Well, that still doesn't make fixing that any more likely. I mean, people have been trying to find that treasure for longer than any of us can remember.
So, hypothetical situation here, and I'm not a big dungeon crawler, but if we go back into the glade and talk to Pudding, I think his name was,
Puddin'?
who's supposed to be a demigod,
Well,
what are the chances that we played a high stakes game of poker with him where I do something astronomically stupid in the hopes that he takes down the glade himself?
he may not be able to just take down the glade because the magical working. He might
He's
be
a
able to.
demigod who can portal in and out of it.
Doesn't, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Everything in this world seems to go however the hell it wants.
He said he can answer questions or he can make a portal. That was the deal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we could ask him what the combination is to get to the treasure, since apparently none of the rooms that we found were the right combination. So maybe there's a higher level combination.
The right thing to do would be to take down
Ask her that. If there's a higher level combination.
Yeah, actually, I do ask her that. Have you discovered more than 4 symbol combinations?
Look, I'm being honest with you. I don't care.
That's pretty honest.
I tried a couple of combinations. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. I figured out what it was, and now that I knew how it worked, I didn't care anymore.
finding out how it works and making it work are all the enjoyment. Once it's made, doesn't matter.
That's actually kind of an Angus.
It is kind of a, yeah, I get that. I kind of get that. Yeah, well, I don't know how to unmake it. I don't actually know how to make it, so I kind of want to know.
Well, that's your journey.
Okay.
All right.
Any other questions from the crowd here?
Not that I can think of. I don't suppose you know any ways to cheat a demigod out of poker.
I mean, they're just as susceptible to deception as anyone else.
Okay, the usual. Check.
Pocket aces.
Mm-hmm.
Pocket aces.
Pocket aces.
Just hope I have the right cards.
Yeah.
Haha! Sir, we're playing with black and red cards. Those are clearly green and black. Whoops. I meant haha!
I just want to express that I am still thoroughly impressed with your prank, by the way. I'm like proud of you for that.
I'm still impressed with her pun.
Yeah.
So, we have a couple minutes left before technically game ends.
Mhm.
Do we want to kind of fast forward a day, go to the 14th, and go to Puddin?
I want to get one thing out. I saw all of his cards. I want to tell Jack exactly.
So we could do
what
that on
they're
the
like.
trip going to Puddin.
Well, you guys would pick up the cards here. But yeah, you guys would find a facsimile representation
like all
of
the
them
jokers and stuff. I just
Yeah.
want to describe
because they
them.
went through the deck,
Yeah.
and they both have addictive memory.
Is
So
is it a normal deck of cards?
No.
That's important. Is it a normal game of poker?
No.
Also important.
No.
Great. So I need to learn a new game that I've
No,
never
no,
played with cards I
it
don't
was a
know.
standard poker game.
it's a more or less a standard poker game. It's just more or less a game of chance. Like you're basically
Yeah.
playing a game of war with the
But
same deck.
My concern is in relevance to knowing games.
Yep.
Jack as a jack, right? King is a king, yeah. Or is it Jack is a monster? King is a monster. Because I'm playing cards with a demigod.
Yeah, it's kind of similar, except that it's a unique card deck. It's just normal cards though.
Okay.
But they do explain to you the card deck. You get it made up in like an hour, or he makes the deck in an hour. Not a big deal.
Okay.
You guys go back. They put in. You guys all enter the glade. They put in the exact combination to go to Puddin.
Are the cards actually green and black, or is someone colorblind?
No, they're not actually green and
That's
black.
good. That's
Wow.
good.
I would actually suggest that we. Well, no, never mind. I mean, are we gonna do the pudding thing tonight or no?
If you guys are doing the Puddin, like we have 9 minutes, we can easily get Puddin out of the way,
Yeah.
and then we wouldn't need to do it next game.
Okay.
Bring him out.
So you guys get the Puddin. There's a crate, 2 crates,
Mhm.
and a table. On the table is a set of 2 hands of cards and 2 decks.
Mhm.
They explain that they summoned him by picking up a deck of cards.
Okay. Do they look? The decks look exactly the same?
Mm-hmm.
Down to every detail.
Correct. Addictive memory, hell of a thing.
All right. Cool. I pick up the left deck.
In front of you materializes a gentleman
Mhm.
who is dressed suspiciously a lot like a Renaissance jester.
Gotcha.
Okay? Let me just find that whole thing because I know I have it here somewhere. Let me just jester. There we are. Okay. Appears on the opposite side of you. So regardless of what side you chose, he appears on the opposite side. Thank you. And asks you if you would like to play a game of chance. If you win, I will answer any question about the dungeon or open a gateway for you to get out. If you lose, I will take a permanent point of willpower, artifact, or special material. So, you can either roll a chance die, which is a single die,
Yeah.
pass or fail, or you can roll dexterity larceny. There's a target number, but I'm not telling you what it is.
How many
It was-
times can you play
You
him?
say
As many as you want.
dexterity larceny?
Like, as many as you have stuff to
Yep.
actually. Gotcha.
Okay. And doesn't matter if it's favored, right?
It doesn't matter if it's favored. Although if it's favored, you can spend motes and double your pool.
Cool. I'm gonna spend some votes.
And double your pool?
What's your starting base set for that roll?
6.
Oh, you only got me by 1.
That's why I said Dex and Larceny.
Dex, yeah. That makes sense though if you're trying to pull a sleight of hand on him.
True.
You can make that roll.
All right.
Please don't roll crap on 12 dice.
Oh,
Please
man.
don't put that into the universe.
That was me knocking on wood.
6.
You pass.
Oh,
Would you like a question or a portal?
You're like, oh, thank God.
I thought you said 2 questions.
No, it was a question for when.
Question for when.
I thought you said 2 questions or a portal. Sorry.
They did. The thing was, is they had also done a little bit of like foreplay.
What'd you do to pudding?
We had
Should I have fluffed him up?
Well, like they were like,
Conversation.
oh my God, we have the completely wrong person here. We're only going to be able to do the chance die. He's like, well, look, if you take the chance, it's been a long day. I'll give you 2 questions or a
Gotcha.
portal.
But he probably recognized us and was like, oh, look, the right person's here, huh? Okay, 1 question.
Gotcha.
Okay.
They came back.
They
started
cheesed it so
crying.
they could get. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, because this is relevant to games. Jack's very apprehensive towards
Yep.
people who say things specific ways, and we'll call them out.
We basically just started crying in sour grapes in front of him. He's like, oh, guys.
Okay, so I will take a question.
Okay, what's your question?
For 100.
What is the combination to get the treasure out of this place?
Oh,
Mm.
I mean, that's easy.
1, 2, 3. Oh, sorry.
Up, down, left, right.
Oh,
Left,
my
right.
fucking God.
Yeah,
I
I
did
knew
that.
it!
No, you didn't.
tried that night. I
No,
swear
you
to God, I didn't.
Wait.
We
Nope.
made that joke like 6 times.
We did, and I laughed every time.
You
A,
probably
B, start.
sworn we tried it.
You probably did it the wrong way. A lot of people do down, up, left, right, or right, left.
You know what it was? I
Would you like to play again?
Did you say the A-B start part?
You know, we kind of are
Really?
tasked with getting you back to Hibiscus.
Yeah.
Me? Back to why?
She wants.
She desperately misses you.
Yeah,
she, would, she said she would give us a small fortune.
No, she didn't. She probably just gave you information.
Yeah.
Bluff check. Would you like to play a game, sir? Sorry.
Okay, I guess the fun's over, boys. Time to go back to the wife. And he grabs all his stuff. Later, portal opens up and he walks out.
Which,
Yeah, no, we're gonna fight our way out of here. It's okay. We get to hit stuff. You've been wanting it
Mother-
forever.
effing.
Not just her.
So, just for some silly shenanigans, just so that everyone is fully aware of what just happened, Kazuhisa is the name of the guy who came up with the Konami code.
Oh. I fucking called it! I'm so mad! I could have sworn I said we did it. But I must have kept saying a BA start at the end of it, and so he was like, oh, he's just joking. And moved on.
Nope.
I didn't need to.
Nope.
I meant to, like,
You-
say, hey, why don't we try that?
You never did the code. He said up, down, left, right, start. Well, not start, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what he tells you, and then he leaves.
Yep. Oh, we do that.
So what do you do?
Oh, so actually, first we would go through all the other rooms that mattered.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah,
So
like-
there is a one of the ones that they do. There's a whole bunch of clicking coming from down below because you guys come to a well and you guys are going down a well to go into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this well has been completely webbed up.
That's the spider room.
That sounds like your thing.
I
I already played a questionable card game, so you're up, Jack.
Mhm.
So there's a hole in the ground. That's
There's a well, and the well, all the other wells have been able to go down, and they even explained this one they were able to go down, but it's now filled with webs.
So I go to the edge of the well and I just start clicking my nails on the edge of the well.
You hear returning clicks, but you don't know what they mean.
I pluck on one of the webs.
There's
As
a whole
spiders
bunch of
come shooting
vibrations,
out.
but beyond that, nothing happens.
Come up, pretty spoons.
Pretty holiday.
She's
one
she's
now.
asking the spoods to come out.
Oh, wait a second. I have the talk to animal tea.
If bugs are not animals.
Nope. It counted for bugs. I remember that.
Bugs are.
What bugs did you talk to?
They're in.
I feel like we asked this. No, the scorpions. We could talk
Jax.
to the scorpions.
Yeah.
Ha!
And scorpions,
Ha 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 ha!
Or arachnids.
Scorpions are bugs.
arachnids.
To be fair, you guys have only used it on intelligent creatures, but yes.
We don't know the spiders aren't.
Spiders are.
They can be
equally
jet.
intelligent.
Very true.
Hit me with the tea.
Give you with the
Bam!
Did you just give Zalia testosterone?
Yes.
Why not?
I made the point that there seemed to be something of a barrier between the top of the well and the bottom of the well.
That
the
they
top is
broke.
really knowing.
What?
They broke the door that was holding these things back.
We broke the statue.
They opened the door.
That's
Then
why
they
there's
desecrated
webs.
the statue.
No, I just created the statue. that opened
But you desecrated the spider statue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A Drider statue.
I told him to unmake that, and he was happy to do it.
Okay, so I drink the tea, and I click on the end of the well again.
So you drink the tea, you tap, the web vibrates violently, and you hear distantly, "Sacrilege! Sacrilege!" You have just listened to The Immaculate Chaos, released for free every Wednesday or live streamed bi-weekly on Saturdays, 1200 to 1700 U.S. Eastern. Be sure to join our Discord for the most up-to-date information and join the community. If you wish to support the podcast directly, or need to catch up to the live show, be sure to check out everything offered through Subscribestar and Podbean. If you like the background music, please be sure to check out the related artists. Peter Rowe is the mastermind behind most of the music in The Immaculate Chaos. Till we once again meet in creation. Thanks for listening, Anathema.